Okay, so like I said in the previous video, we got kind of a couple vids of just leaks basically. I wanted to separate these because I think it's important, where a lot of this info, if I make it in the same video, will get lost, because this could have been technically like a 30-minute video. But when I do 30-minute videos, like, I realize people tend to ask a lot of questions from from stuff I've already talked about in videos, but obviously I don't expect people to sit down and listen for 30 minutes. So I decide to split it up, so at least you see the title, you see the thumbnail, so even if you don't watch the video, you kind of know what's up a bit. And let me know if you'd rather this type of format. I think it's better 3 10-minute videos instead of 1 30-minute video, unless it's a showcase, obviously. So we got leaks for Secre and Lumiere, and I didn't really cover these, so all I covered was this, right? And now we're going to get a bit more into it. First of all, the raid is confirmed coming, okay? So like I said, a lot of PvE units are kind of going to gain value with this. This is going to be the new raid. And I think for global, it's going to come for anniversary, okay? So that's going to be pretty cool. JP, that means going to get it a bit before. But that also means JP might get the world boss that they were teasing for anniversary, and then global gets it in December. Very possible. We'll have to see. Or January. So we have some story arts. Story only, not new units, but luck, I would love a luck for that. Now it's the same art as the previous one, but I mean, it looks sick as hell. And then this one actually is really cool, because I don't know what it is, but the pose, she's not even in the game, but it's sick as hell. And then I think that's it for that. So now we got the icons. So we have the roles confirmed for Lumiere. Secre we already knew was a supporter. Where was it? I don't know where it was that Secre was a supporter. Was it up here? Here. Right? Yeah, so Secre supporter. So that's the first thing, where our girl Secre is a support. But now we have the icons. So these icons actually do tend to say some things. First of all, skill 2 is a buff, and then alt is a buff. Okay, so she's a full buff unit. And her skill 2 seems to have some sort of healing in it. I'd like to say healing. It's kind of hard to say, but I would like to say that is healing. And then Lumiere has an AoE skill too. I mean, if this is not an AoE, I give up. I give up. Right now, I do want to see, are these the icons of Ooh, this is actually pretty important, because I have the short, but I don't have the. Do I have the skills? Like, are they the same? Oh, man. I don't think... Yeah, I don't think I... Ah, shit. I wish I made it the whole thing, right? Oh, the old summoning animations. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I don't have that. Maybe it's the same as the previous Lumiere. Well, like, in terms of the skills, obviously they changed the passives, but I'm talking about the attacks themselves in terms of AoE or single target. We'll see, though. If they reuse the animations from the tutorial, I wouldn't even be mad. Like, give us Lumiere, but I don't care. Just give us Lumiere, right? I would have... Honestly, my dream anniversary would have been, like, Double Fest, Licht, and Lumiere. Awakened Licht and Lumiere. That would have been my peak anniversary. Because, like, bro, don't tell me you would not like this guy in game, right? Like, everyone wants this guy in game. So I would say that's next up on my list for the future. But anyway, let's kind of get into it. So we do have parts of the kit that we have to go over. So I'm going to start with Secre, because there's actually more for Secre. And I highlighted the parts that actually matter. Because, for example, the rest is like cast. Which, for example, cast is just to say that it's going to apply to yourself. And like that's literally it. So the only ones that matter is 3. First of all, the Grimoire passive gives SP. So either to you or allies, we don't know. But it's going to be giving SP. And I think if it gives it to herself, like depending on her ult, that's going to be pretty good, right? Now, this also means it's probably going to be a percent chance SP. So just keep that in mind. You might want to get, if it's good, you might want to get... what's it called, some dupes in this, so keep that in mind. Secre should come out mid-November, so like around November 15th is when Secre should come out. Now her dupe passives, there's 2 things. First of all, there's barrier and then there's SP. So she gives a barrier in her passive, which is like Charlotte, because Charlotte gives it on her skill too, and then she gives SP. So she could just be, in my, like how I'm viewing Secre right now, is a combination, I think, of Ceremony Charlotte and Season 7 Mimosa. So she's going to give more SP, but then she's just going to be a better Ceremony Charlotte. If Secre gives any form of damage reduction, this is going to be peak. Because the last, we haven't gotten any damage reduction DPSs. I don't really count Gray because it's like off and on, right? It's not like permanent. And also Gray's just not the best. So the last one was Rill, right? It was Rill, which is kind of insane to think about. So I would like Secre to have some damage reduction. But besides that, there is more, right? The next part is that there's Dispel Barrier Immune. And to me, okay, let's think of this logically. Dispel Barrier Immune, okay? It could either be that, okay, immune to barriers. Let's pull up the wording from I think this is where it's going to be pretty important. The site's been a bit glitchy since they've changed that. Okay, so here it is. Skill 2 puts, oh, there it is. Barrier immunity on an enemy, right? So this could either be where it's going to remove barrier immunity, but then I feel like it would be titled in a different way, right? Like, let's go to a supporter who removes debuffs. Does anyone remove debuffs? Oh, Vanessa. How is it written? Where's her alt? Here. Dispel. Okay. So it's possible that this is just Dispel Barrier Immunity, but if we're being honest, right? Does barrier, like, I don't really think it means barrier immunity. I really think it means it's just going to make your barriers unremovable, like uncancelable, right? That's how I take it. Could I be wrong? Sure. I go back and forth on this every day. Oh, it's barrier immunity. It's going to make it so can't apply that. But then it's like, oh, maybe it stops you from removing barrier in this period, right? It makes it uncancelable. So we're going to have to see. You guys let me know. But we could see that we're probably going to get that in these buffs. So Secre has 2 buffs. One called Closed Swallow, which obviously for Secre, and then Metal Skin, which might be for Secre also. And this to me is like a defense. So like I could see this being the buff that blocks barrier removal. So it blocks barriers from like, you can't cancel the barriers, right? They're uncancelable, unremovable. I think it could be this that actually lets that happen. So we'll see. But that's for Secre, right? Secre is gonna be, where is it? So that's gonna be for Secre, SP and barrier. Now, if Secre does have uncancelable barriers, where this does get crazy is with Lumiere. So like we said, he is an AoE skill 2, which AoE skill 2s, he's going to be a light unit. He's going to be a light unit. Why? His name literally translates to light. His name is literally light in French. If he is not a light attacker, I will lose my shit. So what is confirmed is that he is an attacker. He gets speed on his Grimoire passive. So to me, you're going to low-key need his skill page. Because for a light attacker, like, he should be doing big damage. And getting extra speed, bro. This is going to be like Magna 2.0, I think. It's going to be like Magna 2.0, probably. And then even crazier, he gives himself damage reduction. Probably just start of match. I think so. And then he gives himself a barrier. So if it is uncancelable barriers, Secre is giving barriers, Lumiere is giving barriers. Secre and Lumiere are for sure going to be ran together, and then Lumiere is going to have like 800k HP with barriers, and you can't remove it. So I think that's probably how they're going to go with this meta. I would like to see though, but I think that's going to make the most amount of sense. And this is a buff for Lumiere, the Wizard King Dignity. Bro, this sounds fire. This sounds actually fire. Like, I can't wait. I really can't wait for this. This ult, oh my god. Yeah, no. I need Lumiere to be cracked. I hope we could get kit info soon. Like, I really do, man. Oh my god, we have to wait like 2 months for Lumiere. I don't know if I could wait that long. I don't. Oh man, hopefully we get him in the story before in game. I just want to see his animations, bare minimum. But yeah, no, he has to be light. He really does. I would say so. And then yeah, we got the raid, new raid, which I think people are going to be happy about. We're getting a constant stream of content on global, keep in mind. Tower this month, daily boss battle next month, and then another raid the month after. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's kind of it. That is basically it for that. Now, what I wanted to kind of put emphasis on before we finish, I think this is a main reason why I wanted to make this video, is him being a light attacker is huge. Because of the reason that, right, it's going to allow teams to be different. Because right now, Noelle is kind of like, she is the best support and she's light, right? So if you're running a light supporter, then you have to run rainbow teams, right? In some cases, well, you're not going to run other types of stuff, right? So if Lumiere is light, and that allows other supporters like Green Charlotte or even Secre to be used instead, so then Noelle won't be needed on every single team, right? And won't be like meta on every single team, and will allow Lumiere to go crazy, right? But him being a light attacker obviously allows him to have that type advantage over the whole game, right? The whole game. So because of that, it's going to make it so Lumiere just has such a place in the meta, because if he has an AoE skill too, he's a type advantage against everyone. He has built-in damage reduction as a DPS, very strong, right? So we can see already, like, you know, Yuno's able to, like, as long as you live turn 1 in a lot of cases, you're fine. And if Secre does heal, then yeah, we're chilling. I mean, we'll have to see, but Lumiere, given how he's going to be the anniversary unit, probably he should be. If he's not, I'll be confused. Given how he's the anniversary unit, he's a light attacker. He'll have built-in damage reduction and built-in damage reduction in his dupe passive, it seems. He's going to be pretty tanky. He's going to have barriers, and I mean, I feel like it's going to be pretty toxic. Now, we could also say that there's not really many barrier removal units besides Black Divider, so it's like, there's that. But then I really feel like just stopping barrier removal period with Secre is going to be the way. Like, if they do that, then yeah, GG. Like, that's going to be insane. But Lumiere, just as a light attacker, allows for a lot of different metas, and one light attacker just expands the meta, because you're going to have like rainbow teams with Noelle, and then rainbow teams with Lumiere. So it's really, it's nice how the way that they did it, but I just hate how they do dark units, because 2 dark attackers, it's just kind of toxic in that environment, I feel. I don't think they should have spammed it, and it's like right back to back, so I don't know. I don't really fuck with that, but we'll see. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think of these very base parts of the kit. I feel like Lumiere is going to be #1 very easily, and for a while, and Secre is going to be in like top 5 range probably. If she's not, then she's just, I mean, she kind of has to be. She's going to be like the Witch Queen, but for Lumiere, so I feel it. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.